Now, I think the best way to start this, Jen, is I drew up a person up here. It looks like a little balloon guy or gal. And I put on there the word standing, humans. And people that stand are standing basically on water and air. It's not bones you're standing on. The bones are not holding you up. Now, what's around the bones are holding you up. And what holds you up is matter, composed of molecular ability to expand and contract. So let's write two words right down throughout the next 2 days: expansion and contraction. If your teeth were not capable of being in a system that understands expansion and contraction, you would probably throw some bones around your body to match the orientation of those teeth. If your bones of your body can't move around and expand and contract, the teeth are going to throw themselves around that body, and sometimes we call that malocclusion, open bites. We're going to get into all that. But when I look at a mouth, I'm not looking in a mouth. I'm looking at this body, and I'm thinking to myself, is that body capable of expanding and contracting on both sides? And I drew a stick figure here that's got some air in it. Now there's, believe it or not, there's air in those feet and those legs, because that's blood flow, that's lymph. And there's air everywhere in your body, and there's water, there's viscosity all the way through your body. It's soft, it's malleable, it's pliable, it's flexible. I don't know what we think when we start talking about human function, and we don't remember that your bones are nothing without these balloons. This, water balloon that's tossed around every time you put a leg in front of you, an arm behind you. You're managing not solids, you're managing solutions, mixtures of gas and fluid. So let's get that in our mind today. Now, on this stick figure that we have up here, we have a head right in the middle. Try to draw it in the middle, on top of this thoracoabdominal cavity. And our head is supposed to do one thing in life. Lenore, just what you did. It's supposed to go left and right. That's what it's supposed to do, okay? That's life. When we stand on our feet, our head helps us balance out our floors below us. It's done with this thing called a neck, okay? It's done with this thing called a neck. I teach a course on the neck. We have faculty teach courses on the neck. This is not a neck course. However, if you look at the title of the course, it says Occlusal Cervical Restoration. Occlusal means we're going to take these teeth and look at them a little more closely as it relates to what's below the head. And that head includes an occiput on top of a sphenoid. So we got an occiput and a sphenoid that's sitting on top of that neck. Now, were you just here, Mike, for that course? Did we just teach a course on that? That's not what we're going to talk about today, Mike. You just went to that course. That's a different course. That's the base of what we're going to talk about today. What we're going to talk about today is we're going to go into that cranium, and we're going to look at two temporal bones that are next to a bone called the mandible. They're not even connected. They're floating on each other. There's no bone on bone that's really connected hard. It's all through muscle. The neck that I just put down back on the table is really part of this mandible, and the mandible is part of that neck. I'm going to add the head teeth, the cranial teeth, because these teeth really literally belong in that last course. We really got to remember these teeth are not the same as these teeth. When I said these teeth on top of that neck, now we have a mouth full of teeth. I'm not trying to be funny. And these teeth are completely different minded. They're completely different structured. and they're different axial driven. These teeth are appendicular teeth. These teeth are on arms. I see them. It's called the ramus on the right side and a ramus on the left side. These teeth manage these balloons and two more that I'll show you here in a minute called arms. We have three sets of appendages in our body, and the bottom teeth allow all the appendages, the toes of your teeth, the fingers of your mouth and the toes of your mouth, please bear with me, know what the teeth on your hands and the teeth on your legs are doing at all times. Now you're all going to start to saying, is he crazy? No, I don't think I'm crazy. I'm thinking it might be a little crazy if you don't think that way, because the way we guide our bodies, hands and feet, requires our head and neck to be offset so we don't fall when we do so by our bottom teeth. Our bottom teeth regulate where we're at in space because our bottom teeth are on a bone called the mandible, which is embedded directly into anterior neck molecular soft tissue. And that soft tissue of that bottom mouth gives you the sense of what you got to do with the top mouth through occlusal references of teeth that tells your vestibular system you're in the wrong or right place so you won't fall. Mike, how am I doing? Does that make sense? Even if it doesn't, keep shaking your head yes, okay? Because without this bottom row of teeth, your cerebellum is confused. It's very confused. Now, if you pull all the teeth and give yourself dishonest delusion called false teeth, which a lot of people do well with false teeth because they don't have to operate one or two of their real teeth. They're all what? False. They do pretty well. They actually do better than those people who have open bites on one side, closed bites on the other side, or malocclusion, because those teeth are giving false input to the fingers and the toes that are on the same body. Those teeth are putting that body in a state, a position, where they have to tense up so they don't what?